Hello everyone, I am Monica from ielts-9. Okay, so here we are going to do this reading. This reading name is The Ring Cycle, and that was part of 1st June 2024 IELTS exam. Mostly it is in India, so that reading was reported by some students. Okay, now let's start this reading. The ring cycle. So name is not clear, the meaning is not clear what they are going to talk about. Ring cycle, what kind of cycle they are going to, seasonal cycle or some atmospheric cycle or some two bicycle kind of cycle, we don't know. So here rainfall, frost, climate, it means they are going to talk about some seasonal cycle kind of thing. Okay, now let's look at the questions. We will not be reading anything from here, as you know it. So for this reading we have list of heading, but most of the students had reported that there was which section contains the following information, but here in this reading it is given list of heading. So we will do this list of heading according to the passage requirement. It is given list of heading. And second type of question here, multiple choice question and another multiple choice question. Here we have to select one option, here we have to select three options multiple choice question. Let's start with this first list of heading. Let's understand each heading first and then we will go to paragraphs. So of course we know it, we have to read all the instructions. Reading passage has 7 paragraphs A to G. Choose the most suitable headings for paragraphs B to G. It means A number paragraph already answer they have given, answer number 5th. Okay, so 5th we will cut it from our list of option. We will not be reading it. Now looking at a particular decade means 10 years. Looking at a particular decade, particular 10 years, special 10 years they may be looking. Studying trees frozen in ice. Studying trees frozen in ice. Okay, bringing different studies together. Bringing different studies, different scientific point of views together. Records of different species compared. Records of different species comparison is also there. A war that affected the climate, a war kind of thing maybe. Showing how trees record volcanic activities. Okay, how trees record. A unique record of other times and places. A unique record of other times and places. Local records covering thousands of years. How tree rings are formed. Okay, so these are the things we have understood everything. Now one by one we will go, but we will not read A paragraph. We will start from B paragraph. Now B paragraph is there and I am showing you all the options. Now you read it with me. Dendrochronologist scientist. Okay, so here in A paragraph, let me show you, then you will be having more clear. Match the rings from all trees with cathedral rafters and you have a still longer chronology and a science called chronological. So dendrochronology means those who are reading about trees and its rings and all, they are known as this. So they are talking this thing in B paragraph. Dendrochronologists, scientists who study the growth of rings in trees, have successfully constructed long tree ring records. Okay, some record kind of things were there by overlapping the patterns of wide and narrow rings in successfully older timber specimen, because here they have given who have successfully constructed long tree ring records by overlapping the patterns of wide and narrowing rings. Okay, so there are now a dozen and a chronologies in the world that date back more than 5,000 years. Okay, again records they are talking. Records. Okay, these records normally constructed in a restricted area using a single species of tree are year by year records. So again and again they are talking about record. Let's look at the options. Looking at a particular decade is not there. Studying trees frozen, nothing is there. Bringing different studies together is not there. Record, here they are talking about a unique record of other times and places. No, here they are saying restricted area is also saying. Okay, another local records covering thousands of years. Thousands of years is there. Yes, more than 5,000 years. And local records, yes, I think constructed in a restricted area. They are talking using a single species. Growth overlapping successfully. There are now dozens. Yeah. So we will talk about. We will just select B paragraph with ninth number. I am just writing it here. At the end, I will put answers like that. Here, ninth number will come. Now coming to C paragraph. Now you start reading with me C paragraph. Because tree ring chronologies are constructed on a regional basis, there has been in the past have been a tendency for this to think local. However, the success of this as an international research topic means there are now quite a lot of chronologies available for study. As the chronologies are dated absolutely, it is possible to compare the records from different areas. Hereby, recently an analysis of 318 modern chronologies drawn from a vast area across Europe, and these things was published. So it means I will not be reading more, because here somewhere they were talking about, see this, looking particular, no, bringing together different studies together. So they are talking about, see this word study is also there, researcher analysis of modern chronologies. So many things are given. So on the basis of this study, as well as I have understood, research, international research topic means they are not, so everything they are talking about bringing together different studies together. So with C we will mark it. Third number we have selected, and ninth number also we have selected. Now D paragraph. Now D paragraph, I am showing you full questions. The study provides, again study word is there, but still we will just find, provides a year by year estimate of temperatures together with the dates of some major volcanoes. It is a nice clean story. Volcanoes load the atmosphere with dust and aerosol and reflect back sunlight, cooling the earth's surface. This cooling leads to variations in the density of growth rings in northern conifers. Because there are a lot of other records, it is possible to test the finding. Okay, so conifer is also a kind of tree. They are talking about volcanoes also. And let's read the options. Looking at a particular decade, nothing is there. Studying trees frozen in ice, nothing is there. Bringing together studies together, no, this we have records of different species compared. Different species is also not there. A war that affected the climate is also not there. Showing how, yeah, volcanic activities, how trees. So you will say trees is not there, but yes, this is also tree. This conifers, this is also tree name. Of course, they are talking about tree recording and all. So this we will select it. Where it is, how trees volcanic activity. So here with D, this we will select it. Okay, this also we have selected, seventh number. Now E paragraph. Now do it with me. We can, for example, okay, example it is given. Look at European oak. Oak is also tree name. Was doing across same 600 time period. Was oak responding in the same way as conifers? Okay, oak responding in the same way as conifer. This is also tree, this is also tree. I think they are doing some comparison. The oak chronology is the mean of 8 regional oak chronology across strips of land from Ireland to Poland. It represents how on average hundreds of millions of oaks grew. What we see from this comparison is that oaks clearly do respond to the volcanoes in some cases, but nothing like so clearly in others. Immediately it becomes apparent that conifers tell only part of the story. I think they are doing comparison with each other. Is there any comparison? Looking at a particular decade is not there. Studying trees in frozen in ice, this we have done. Records of different species compared. Records of different species compared. I think difference, no, same was oak responding. Records of different species, comparison word is also there. So we can select records of different species compared, fourth number, with E number paragraph. Okay, now next we will be going it F paragraph. Now I am showing you F paragraph. First you read it and then I will show you options. Take the case of 1816, called the year without a summer because of the terrible unseasonable cold and crop failures that ensued. Okay, it has been known that the primary cause of the cooling was massive eruption of Tambora east of Java, 1815. However, there was a lot more going on around 1816. Bald cypress trees in this show a major growth anomaly with rings up to 400% wider than normal in the years 1811 and 12 in Eastern America, but there is a volcanic acid layer here and here 1815 16. So I think they are talking, because most of the time they have taken 1816, 1815, 1811, 12. I think they are talking about the decades, kind of looking at a particular decade, because particular decades mean 10 years. So let's read the other part of the paragraph, then we can decide, because here most of the time they have taken 18, 16, 16, 15, 11, 12. I think we can select this first number with F number paragraph. So next, also in the next part of this same paragraph, 1810 to 20 was the coldest in the last millennium. So it means we have selected correct option looking at a particular decade. Now G paragraph, you can see this G paragraph, let's read it. Obviously the case of 1816 and the years just before and after is relatively recent and well documented. However, is there dendrochronology allows us to investigate the effects of such events geographically, indeed globally. We can interrogate the trees in areas where there is no historical or instrument record. Further back in time is almost the only way to reconstruct abrupt environmental events, and perhaps through new light. Okay, so here they are saying allows us to investigate the effects of such events geographically, indeed globally. We can interrogate the trees in areas where there is no historical or instrumental record. See this, let's read the options whatever we have left. Studying trees frozen in ice, this is also not given. Records of different, this also we have selected. 6, a war that affected the climate, this is not given. War kind of thing is not there. Showing how trees, this we have selected. A unique record of other times and places, means global and other times they were talking. So this we can select with G number paragraph. See this, here they are talking. However, allows us to investigate the effects of such events geographically, indeed globally. We can interrogate the trees where there is no historical or instrumental record. So here also, no, next we will not read because we will not be having too much time. Okay, now MCQs.